Are you a side sleeper and having a hard time getting a good night's rest because of your hip pain? If so, in this video, I'm going to show you the best position to sleep in and different things that you can do to take pressure off the hips to finally allow you to get a good night's rest. Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Bridge. I'm a chiropractor in Helena, Montana. This channel is dedicated to helping you live the life that you have designed. All right, so you've just put in a full day of work and you're exhausted, your hips are hurting, you can't wait to go lay down in bed and get some rest. But the second you do, one or both hips out on the side start hurting you and you're not able to get that restful sleep, and then the next morning you wake up less rested because you've been tossing and turning and you got to face the day again. Stretches and exercises are very important and are going to help you get those long-term solutions that you're looking for. I highly recommend that. But in this video, I'm going to show you what can I do right now. I'm in bed, I'm trying to sleep, I can't, my hips are hurting. What can I do right now to make a difference? The first piece of the puzzle when we are trying to get that perfect posture, that perfect position for sleeping with hip pain is your pillow. You want the right size pillow. And when I'm using this pillow, one, I'm getting it fluffed up, and I'm gonna have it right here in the crook of my neck and supporting my head, not just in my head, because you can have it at the right height, but your neck is gonna V in, and it's gonna cause stress and strain on your spine. So first thing, get that pillow right in the crook of your neck. And you know, it's not even a bad idea to get a mirror or a camera and see how your neck looks. You want your head to be nice and level with the rest of your spine. You don't want a pillow that's too thick that's gonna push your head up, or one that's too thin where your head's gonna be lagging. You want it just nice and neutral for that spine. So that's the first piece to the puzzle when getting that posture set. All right, now we're working our way down our spine, and we're gonna be targeting this lower back that if there's not support, we're gonna have a tendency for that back, that lumbar spine to bow in towards the table. Grab yourself a small towel, and what I'm doing is I'm folding it once, twice, and that's where I'm going to start. It doesn't take a whole lot of thickness to support this side, so I would start with that and put that right above. You've got that bony bump that we talked about, and then above that you have this wider bone. It's called your iliac crest. The towel, you want it to start right above that crest, but also you don't want it pressing on these ribs, so it's going to want to fit in that area. So it's very gentle, it's very mild. You don't want a huge arch, but just enough to provide a little bit of extra support. Of course, everybody's spine and preferences will differ. So you might need to roll it over once more to make sure that you're getting that support that you need. Just play with that until you're comfortable. All right, we're working our way down. We got our neck set up, we have our lower back support, our side support. Next, we want to move down to the knees. So when you go to sleep on your side without anything in between your knees, it actually puts a lot of pressure on your hips, and it can be painful for your knees. So you want something that's going to support those, keep those in more of a neutral position. Of course, you don't want anything too wide that's going to spread them out, but your body will kind of know where that sweet spot is. Most people are going to need more than just one pillow. I would recommend two. This is a dedicated knee pillow. These are really nice. Obviously not necessary, but this one has a zipper, so I can actually open it up and I can pull out sheets of foam if I want to make it more narrow. But my body got used to it pretty quick after a couple of nights. But I'll show you how I use that. So just as you would expect, I don't actually put it right over my knees. I put it right actually in between my thighs to keep my knees in a pretty neutral position. So I have my pillow here supporting my neck in a straight line. And then this towel is supporting my side. Like I said, you don't need a whole lot there. And then right here in between my knees, it's keeping everything supported. It's keeping everything neutral. It's very comfortable. And it might just be exactly what your hips need to finally get that good night's sleep. All right, the bird nest technique. This can be done with a towel, with a blanket, really with whatever you want. I'm going to show you with the blanket. This is a little bit of a thicker blanket. But it's very comfortable, and you'll soon see why I call it this. So with the bird nest technique, you're going to get your blanket and you're going to turn it into kind of a donut with the blanket on the outside, and then you're going to create a space in the middle, just like a bird nest. And if you want to imagine your hip is that egg, that's going to go right in the center of the blanket, and you're going to lay on it just like that. When you're doing this, you won't need the towel because I already have something supporting my lower back, and you might need to tweak it right now. You might need to tweak it to fit your own comfort. As I'm laying on here, this is feeling a little tall, so I'm just going to push that down, but I still want that support around my hip. So right now, it's almost like my hip is floating. No longer am I feeling a lot of pressure on the hip on my bed. It's very comfortable, it feels really good. I would still definitely have a knee pillow in, even with this, but this is definitely something to try. Now, I mentioned go for it if you have both hips hurting, or if you prefer the hip side down. You might even try it regardless, just because it really does tend to spread that pressure out, and it's just comfortable and it feels really good. Definitely something to try if your hip is bothering you. All right, if you liked this video, you are dealing with hip pain, the next video that I would recommend you watching is this one right here. I think it can really help you out. Where the heck did those come from?